Kia ora, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This is where we get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock with news. Mainland Chinese buyers are again very active in Sydney's new housing markets. But first, there were just under 220,000 American jobless claims last week, which was not as big a fall as was expected. All eyes are now on their non-farm payrolls report, and it is expected it will have risen by only a modest 180,000 in April when the data is released tomorrow morning. The number of layoffs in April came in at their lowest level of the year, though. And the American trade deficit came in also at its lowest in 4 months, and its second lowest since November 2020. Exports rose 2.5%, imports fell marginally. And the Caixin China General Manufacturing PMI fell to a small contraction in April, which mirrored the official PMI contraction. But analysts had expected the Caixin PMI to be a bit better than that. It was not to be. New orders shrank after rising in March, while employment declined, the most in 3 months. And Hong Kong reported its March retail sales overnight, and they were strong, even after accepting they were off an unusually low base. The strong recovery of inbound tourism helped. And the ECB raised its benchmark policy rate by another 25 basis points overnight to 3.75%. This was as expected. The previous 3 rises have been 50 basis points each and is up from 0% in July 2022. And Australia's trade surplus rose to $15 billion in March from an upwardly revised result in the previous month, handily beating March market forecasts of $12.7 billion surplus and their second largest on record. Their largest was in June 2022. And staying in Australia, the latest NAB residential property survey found the overall share of foreign buyers in new property markets rose to almost 8% in the March quarter, up from 5.2% in the fourth quarter of 2022. Buyers from China are driving this. The sharp rise was underpinned by a 16% rise in New South Wales, up from 6.7% in the prior quarter. Foreign buyer market share in New South Wales is now at its highest level in 8 years. The US Treasury 10-year yield starts today at 3.37% and down 3 basis points from this time yesterday. And Wall Street is down 0.8% on the S&P 500 in its Thursday trade. More woes from regional banking stocks are depressing this market. And the price of gold will start today at $2,046 an ounce, up another $23 from this time yesterday. And oil prices have stabilised from yesterday to be just under $69 a barrel in the US, while international Brent price is just under $73 a barrel. And the Kiwi dollar is a half a cent firmer against the US dollar, now at 63 US cents. Against the Australian dollar, while also a half a cent firmer at 93.9 Australian cents. Against the euro, we're up a half a cent too, at 57.1 euro cents. That all means our trade-weighted index is now at 70.7 and up 40 basis points from this time yesterday. Get more news affecting the economy in New Zealand from interest.co.nz. Kia ora, I'm David Chaston. That was 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz.